Hi, my name's Karen Dewey, and I wanted to share with you a little bit of my journey so far with the DNRS program. Um, in case you aren't really aware of what it is, it's dynamic neural retraining system, and it's about retraining your brain. Um, I've known for a long time, just kind of instinctively, that my health issues had something to do with being stuck in fight or flight. I come from a background of, I grew up in domestic violence. I was born into domestic violence. So, I grew up with fear being a very automatic, natural response for me because we lived with a lot of that. So, and then throughout the years, there were other traumas that happened um, through different things. So, I don't want to go into too much detail about that right now. I know that people can get triggered into fear and stuff just hearing a lot about other people's lives. I may share more in the future, so if you're very sensitive about being triggered, then you probably shouldn't watch me. Um, I'm not. I don't have anything. I don't have any association with the program or anything. I'm just doing this because I want to share my own journey because I'm brand new at this, and so I watch people's videos all the time because it helps me to see what other people are going through or have been through. So that's why I'm doing this. I don't have any affiliation or anything like that. So I got the program about 5 weeks ago, and it was about $350. And mine, I didn't order DVDs, I did it all online. And they take you through a bunch of different videos and like homework where you have to answer questions and stuff like that. So it was really good. It took me about 4 days to do it. And they give you steps, or they call them tools or whatever, that you're supposed to do every single day for 1 hour. In addition to that, there are things that you're supposed to do every time you get triggered with a reaction, whether it's a food reaction, chemical reaction, emotional reaction, whatever your issues are. So, without going into too much of like how the program actually works, if you're doing it right now, you're early on in the program or whatever, you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so my issues, so the things I struggle with, over the years, I developed a lot of food sensitivities, gut issues, so things like SIBO and candida and hypoglycemia and tinnitus and leaky gut, anxiety, some depression, what else? Well, big one. I'm 57 years old now, but about 7 years ago, I was diagnosed with advanced osteoporosis, which they still haven't been able to figure out why, but I believe it's because of the being stuck in fight or flight, and my body's been in a survival state probably all my life to some extent, so I've probably never been able to build bone properly. So I've already had some fractures and stuff. I'm a very high fracture risk, but Lord willing, I'm on my way to healing, and I believe once my body is in rest and restore mode that it will rebuild my bone back. Yes, that's my declaration, that I am going to get my bones back. I am going to get my life back. I'm going to be able to eat what I want, do what I want, go where I want. Yay. So I'm very hopeful. I've seen a lot of testimonies of people that have overcome all kinds of chemical sensitivities and mold sensitivities, which I do have some of that, but not to the extent of some other people. I am sensitive to chemicals and things, but not debilitating like I've seen other people. So anyway, I've been doing it for about 5 weeks, and I've been very faithful. I do the 1 hour, if not more, every day. And every time I get triggered by a food reaction or an emotional reaction or whatever, fear, I try to do the steps. Sometimes I fail and I don't really do that great, but I'm still learning. And other times I feel like, yes, I did it. I got myself out of that. So it's a lot of ups and downs, trial and error. Some days I feel like I'm doing better, and some days I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing it right. It's not working. So I haven't seen a lot of results yet in I haven't really seen results yet in my food sensitivities. I haven't been able to add any. I kind of react to everything I eat to some extent, but I eat them because I just couldn't eliminate everything from my diet. But I kind of react to everything. So I haven't really started training with food per se. Like we're supposed to be reintroducing foods on a regular basis. I'm holding off on that for a while to get the limbic system to calm down more, because I'm kind of triggered all the time every time I eat. So I'm not really sure how to do that yet. This program does offer coaching, which I would highly recommend. But unfortunately in our life right now, because I had to stop working about a year ago because I fractured my lumbar spine pretty bad. But so we're down to one income. I can't afford coaching right now, but Lord willing, I will get some coaching at some point because I think it's really important. I think we need it. So I want to do that. But in the meantime, I just have to go with doing it on my own, watching a lot of videos, praying a lot, and just trying to keep myself encouraged and motivated and believe that this process is working even if I don't see results. So I haven't seen results, like I said, with the food, but right away I did see an elevation in my mood. Within the first couple of days of doing it, I felt happier, and I would have periods of time that maybe for an hour or two after I did my rounds, the practices that they give you, that I would have a sense of well-being and be in a better mood for a few hours. So that was huge to me. That's been the thing I've noticed most. My mood is better. I just feel more joyful, because I really didn't have any joy before. I was really depressed. But I feel happier, more joyful. I don't stay in a bad mood as long. And I'm really working with the it's in the morning a lot. Well, anxiety and stuff. I usually have a lot of that in the morning. But I've been really working on those. And my mornings have been better. I've been feeling more joyful and peaceful in the morning. When I'm by myself, I walk around the house and I dance and I make myself laugh and I do weird things and move my body as much as I can. And I just try to elevate my mood, because they say you're supposed to try to elevate your mood as much as you can. So I'm trying it, and I'm committed to doing the 6 months. They tell you need to at least do 6 months. You need to commit to 6 months. So I'm committed to doing that. If I have to go longer, I will. I'm hoping that soon I'll start seeing more results as far as how I'm feeling physically, and that the symptoms will start to diminish. but I definitely do see some results, like I said, as far as the mood and stuff. So it's only been 5 weeks. They say some people, it takes a lot longer. Some people get it right away. Everyone's different. We're not supposed to compare ourselves. So I just wanted to show you this. This is the book that you can order. They do charge, I think this book is like $25 or something, but then the shipping is really expensive. So you end up paying like, I don't know, $35 for it or something. Unfortunately, it took me a while to get it, so I never even used it because I just took a bunch of notes because at the time I didn't have it. But I'm glad I have it because it has some good stuff in there. But anyway, so you can get this, and you probably should. But if you don't, you can. The workbook is kind of online, so you answer all the questions, and then they send you emails to give you all your answers and stuff. So you don't need it, but I think it's nice to have it anyway. So, all right, so that's it for today. Yeah, so if you are new at this, it's hard work. You may not see the results you want to see as fast as you want to see them. You have to keep yourself motivated. I have some down days where I feel like, oh my gosh, it's not working. I'm not doing it right. But I push through that. I get through it. I pray a lot. The Lord helps me. And you just have to be strong and courageous and keep on going and believe that it's working even if you can't see it yet. Because we have to believe that the neural pathways are forming. The healthier ones are forming. We are avoiding those old ones as much as possible. So things are happening in there that we may not see yet, but eventually we will. So I hope this is an encouragement. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. And I am going to try to put out more of these as I go along. Thank you for watching. And I hope that if you're trying this, that you have good success, that you stay encouraged. And if you haven't tried it yet, give it a shot, because if you're like me and you've tried a million things, all the different diets, all the different supplements, all the different crazy wacky stuff that we try because we're so desperate, this makes sense more than anything else. It's not a food, it's not a supplement, it's not some wacky weird thing we can do to get better. It's right here. It's our brain. It's stuck in an actual physical rut. It's stuck and it needs to get unstuck, and we can do it. We can change it. So, hang in there. Bye.